Hello, Carson. You might be wondering, what brings me to the Bat Cave? Well,
How the hell did you get down there?
and you might be wondering why I'm wearing a Super Dad shirt. Well, let's just say I found myself in quite the predicament. No, I just wanted to change, just a little change of scenery, just checking out the bat suit, checking out Bane and Batman fighting each other on my screen over here.
Why does Batman have that down there?
Well,
Why would Batman have a picture of him and his enemy fighting?
Me and Batman, we go way back.
You don't call him Bruce? That's strange.
Who's Bruce?
Oh shit, you don't know? Dude, you didn't know that Batman has a real name?
What?
Yeah. It's Bruce.
Brucey.
Actually,
It's Bruce.
I think his name is Ryan.
It's Tad.
Tatter.
It's Tad.
Which is short for Tatter.
Uh-huh.
Oh, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? Welcome to the Intakes All Kinds podcast, episode 212. We're recording this on officially Friday for me.
For like 15
April
more minutes.
11th.
Oh, I need to turn my AC off.
Oh, you that's what that sound is.
My brand
It's so
new air
cold in
conditioner.
there now. It's
brand
so
new.
cold in there now.
The AC guy came by, he gave me a new air conditioner.
He jacked me off and gave me a new air conditioner.
me a
It was
little-
all in one.
Rub and tug. It was great.
Exactly. Yeah. We are recording this on Friday, April 11th. You'll be hearing this on Monday, April 14th.
The day after what I think is my brother's birthday, but it also might be tomorrow. I can't remember.
Who knows what day it is?
I can't, dude. I can't remember anything. It's really scary. It's like really making me
You don't even have it like in your
scared.
phone. Like you can set like birthdays and stuff like that in your phone so that like it tells you like on your calendar, hey, this person's birthday is tomorrow.
Let's see if I put it in there. I didn't. Fuck. And now my other fan in the background's going.
Just
Hold on, I'm gonna
Just-
type into my text messages birthday. Cause maybe I texted it to him. Hold on, let me do this. Let's do birthday, and then we'll type in my brother's name, which is Logan. It's tomorrow. Yep, and I was right.
and yep,
I'm gonna go
it
turn
wasn't
this,
the 13th.
I'm gonna go turn this fan off.
And yep, wasn't the 13th as a matter of fact. I will say that I am an absolute freak about knowing everybody's birthday. I'm a birthday freak for some reason. I know my deceased grandfather's birthday.
My dad's birthday is August 13th, and there can't be a 13th and a 12th that close together.
And they both start in A's.
And then your brother's birthday is the 23rd of this month.
But you remember that?
Because
not your
because
own
we've been
brother?
talking about it recently.
Right, yeah.
Ask me-
Okay, buddy.
Give me like 3 months and ask me again, and I guarantee I will not get it correct.
I mean, to be fair though, I did mess up my friend's birthday. I was like, yeah, your birthday's. I was like, your birthday's in June, and he's like, no, May. And I was like, oh, okay, well. I thought
You
it
said
in
mine
June.
was like the 3rd or something. At one point.
June 3rd.
But it's not. It's the 2nd. Everybody mark their
June
calendar.
2nd.
One of
I
these
think I
days
used to
I'll
have it,
forget
like-
my birthday.
I have it in the calendar. I have it in my calendar. I wish I could share my screen and show you that I do have it in my calendar.
I wish you could, but that's just not possible. One time I think I remember asking my dad what his birthday was, and I think he forgot for a second.
There's been a recent trend with me where I'll be like, oh yeah, today's like January 5th, and I'm like, that's not what it is at all.
Mhm.
I'm like, that's not what today is at the least.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those like it just flows off the top of the dome sometimes to be like, yeah, it's July 3rd.
January is just one of those months you just never forget. Am I really far over? I feel like I'm really far over.
You're
I'm
really
just obsessed with myself. I love looking at pictures
You
of
love-
myself.
He's Narcissus.
Narcissus. That's the guy who pushed the thing up the hill. What's wrong?
Oh my god! Hold on. I'm not even gonna play it at the same volume. I just played this.
I didn't hear it.
But
I don't think.
No,
you-
I know. I
Oh.
didn't. I meant to share my sound. I didn't. I did the class.
Oh, but it was
breaking,
really
like,
loud.
Yeah, it was really loud in my ears.
Well, I'm sad I missed it.
My ears. Yeah. Well, do
Myers.
I'll play
No,
one
it's
more
all
time,
good.
full
It's
blast.
really good if we didn't. We don't have to do that today. I'd actually prefer if we didn't do that today.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I'm in a good mood, man. It's been a good week. It's going to be a chill weekend. I pretty much get the whole weekend off, which I haven't had one of those in a while. Going to go down near Anaheim tomorrow. Orange County, what's up, bruh?
Gonna go hang out with the Los Angeles Angels?
Yeah. Could go take in a game. No, I'm going to one of my favorite disc golf courses down there. Should be fun.
Yeah,
and then
your primary sport.
my primary sport of choice. And then they have a Portillo's down there, so you already fucking know I'm going there. And dude, when I go down there and I go to Portillo's, I get like everything.
Yeah, you gotta get the
So
the hot
much.
dog, the fries, the shake, the soda.
You want to hear my plan? This is what I do. This is what I did last time. I
Chicago
do the
dog.
same thing. There's things again.
Right.
I get Chicago dog, of course. I don't like hot dogs. Chicago dogs, I'm a sucker for.
Little Vienna beef.
Just a little beef, a little beefer. And then I get, of course, roast beef sandwich. No peppers,
You're gonna
personally.
get both of those?
Are you kidding me? I'm not even done. Then
Okay.
I get a large fry with cheese dipping sauce.
With cheese, Mr. Squidward. With cheese.
And then a large chocolate cake shake.
Yep.
And that's has like a whole slice of cake, if not more, in it. And it's so good. But then when I do, Gavin, because it's like an hour 15 drive, is I'll eat the hot dog on the way home, and then I put everything in a cooler to keep it warm. Cooler, no ice, keeps it warm because it's insulated, traps the
You're
temperature.
bringing a cooler to Portillo's?
Yeah, I bring it in and I say, "Here you go," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Go ahead and put the sandwich in there.
No, I
Thanks.
keep it in my car. I'm not an animal.
Oh.
And then, yeah, and then I eat the hot dog, and then I get home, and then everything's still pretty warm, and then you just go to
Chow
town,
down.
get a little, and then you sit on the couch and eat all of it, and then you
Don't
feel,
you like
and then you
to-
feel horrible the next day, but you feel really good while it's happening.
Don't you want to remember this awesome experience, Carson? You don't have to go to
I don't want to
you could
remember
just remember it.
anything
You could
about
just you could just live it, man.
Yeah, but then if I wake up the next day, if I do the, and then I wake up,
Right.
then I wake up the next
Right.
day, and then I'm like, oh man, I feel like shit. There's like food wrappers everywhere. What happened?
You're like
like, I'm good.
reaching around and you're trying to put the wrapper on where your glasses are supposed to
Yeah.
be, and you're like your glasses where the wrapper is.
Blowing my nose into a Portillo's beef sandwich wrapper that's covered in cheese sauce.
last night?
What the fuck, dude? What the hell?
Wake up with a hot
who
dog in your
did
throat.
this? Yeah, in my throat still. That happens a lot to me, actually.
It happens to the best of them. I think there was a guy who was on the Stay Hot podcast. His name's Matt Sponhauer, and he mentioned like whenever he gets hungover, he'll wake up with like Taco Bell wrappers around him. And I'm like, why? I don't think I've ever gotten to a point where I ordered DoorDash food and I like wake up. This is also just another thought of the week. Has that ever happened to you?
Has this ever happened to you?
To you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Markiplier here. We're going to be doing... I was thinking about doing a Markiplier impression earlier. I have never, and Gavin, you don't have to agree or disagree with this. You can
Hello, everybody. My name.
you can abstain from chiming in on this if you want. I'll leave it up to you. I have never in my entire life been drunk enough to forget what all happened. And I have been very drunk before. Very, very drunk. Many times. I've never been drunk enough to where the next day I was like, what happened? Never. I'm like, how do these people... I know so many people, so many friends who like say they black out and say they forget everything like at one point in their life on a weekly basis. I'm like, how? I just don't get it. Maybe I mean, I guess like I could say it's because I'm a bigger guy and like I can take more, but like I've drank a lot before and been very drunk and not have ever been like, what?
There was one night. It was supposed to be a blackout party, and I don't remember getting to. I don't remember. Remember going near a table into the kitchen of this frat house, and then all of a sudden I'm back in my dorm. I wake up and then I was like, oh, I have to go to class tomorrow. I have to go to class. So
But
I went to class.
Oh, you
No,
did?
I did. I did go to class, and I vomited in between classes like 3 times.
Hell yeah.
I was like, this is the worst day of my life.
Hell yeah.
And I came back and I was just like, I'm not going to the afternoon class. But it was one of those like, everybody was like, yeah, you were like going around like screaming like at people, and I was like, I don't remember doing that. Oh, I remember a little bit of doing that like before I got absolutely blasted. But then it was like they're like, yeah, that like last hour of the party, no one could find where you were, and I'm like, okay, cool.
And this was when you were in high school.
College.
So it's only happened once in your life where you don't.
One time, yeah.
Where you don't remember.
But I have
like, a
gotten
blip.
really drunk before, where it's like I'm disgusted, like disgustingly hungover the next day. But like
disgusted with myself.
disgusted with myself.
Disgusted. Yeah, I think anytime where I've been like really drunk and then realize I need to stop, otherwise it's gonna be bad, is when I've been the most hungover. Like the last time was New Year's a couple years ago. I didn't puke, but I woke up and I was like, I sat in the dark the whole day and watched Alien. And it was
Over
great,
and over
but I
again?
felt
You
horrible.
watched
Yeah,
it
I
like
just
3 or
kept
4
watching.
times.
I kept forgetting what was
I
happening.
guess I'll watch Alien again. I don't know what else to watch.
Just watch Alien again. It's already on the TV. I don't want to try and flip through and find something else.
I don't want to get up and find the remote.
I don't want to move. I'm just gonna keep watching it, I guess.
You don't even move your arms or anything. You're just
No.
you just just like sleep paralysis watching Alien.
That wouldn't be the worst thing. I wouldn't hate that. That wouldn't be the worst movie to have stuck in replay.
No, it's one of my favorites.
It's really good. Guys, what are we talking about this week? Just a bunch of little slivers of things we had to talk about. Gavin found something called the Obama musical, so we're going to be talking about that.
Barack Obama.
Baraka Laka Chameleon. We have 2 thoughts of the week coming back. One from me, one from Gavin, which will be very fun. We're finally going to get to this story I've had in the doc for like months at this point about a Waymo getting pulled over. I thought it's pretty interesting and funny. We'll do a Carson Cinema Corner depending on how much time we got. And Gavin will have a little Gavin Cinema cubby. Gavin's McGuffin cubby.
Gavin's McGuffey.
McGuffey. The little Guffy. And a Nextdoor Drama coming back. And boy, oh boy, folks. Truly, you will not want to miss this one. I say this a lot. This is one of my all-time favorites coming up. I have a really good feeling about this one. But before we get into that, I want to quickly... Oh, my camera shut off already. That was fast. I don't know when that happened. I might have to go swap a battery out real quick, depending on if it turns back on or not. Will it turn on? Oh! We'll see how long that stays on. I got a battery charging. My dumbass forgot, speaking of remembering things... Forgot to charge batteries last week, so I charged it for about 20 minutes before we started. So we'll see. I have another one charging, so I think we'll be good.
Might have to go through the webcam this time.
Well, we'll be fine. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, we're gonna take a break for a second, folks. I gotta go swap the battery out.
Sounds good.
Just died. Okay, we're back, guys. Really quickly, Gavin, if you don't mind, I want to shout something out one last time because it's the last chance I'll get to do it. And I don't know how many of our fans have not already done this, but if you haven't, please, 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 it's refreshing. Go over to the Webby's website, and vote for Office Hours for Best Comedy Podcast. We were up for a Webby. And this wasn't the case last week, I don't think so. I don't think we were in the lead last week, but now we are. We're in first. We're in first place with 29% of the vote. We were up to 35% of the vote at one point, but then
I think that's where we were last week.
Were we? Were we in the lead last week? I don't know. I feel like we weren't, but you're probably right. I don't know. I can't remember. I think you're right. I think we were in the lead last week at that point. But yeah, man, we need as many votes as we can get. Keep them coming because the votings close on Thursday. This Thursday, whatever Thursday is. I wish I would say somewhere.
That would be the 17th.
And the winners are announced Friday. So next week's episode we'll
18th.
know. I think it's the 17th because the 18th is
17th, yeah.
Friday. But Friday we'll know if we won or not. So we'll be able to reveal that on the show next week, which will be pretty fun. At least I think we will. But that's really exciting.
Better hope so.
I hope we win. That's all I want is all I've ever wanted since I was a little kid. Gavin knows this. I've always wanted to win a Webby, haven't I? Tell him.
Been saying that since.
And I'm winning it.
Yeah, he is.
No one else.
He's the one that put in all the work. No one else does it.
I did all the work. That's so quiet.
That is really quiet.
Let the bodies.
Very quiet.
Moving
No,
on though.
stop.
Gavin,
What
is that Markiplier? Gavin, how are you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. It's been a week.
How you say?
How do you say a week?
A week.
It's been all right. I think just realizing where we are at the end of the I'm realizing where I am, but also me and my friends are realizing where we are.
You're almost done. You're almost. I don't mean to
literally
interrupt
2 more
you.
weeks.
In a month, you'll be.
I'll
Doctor.
be graduating. Mm-hmm.
But you'll be
That's right.
Dr. Gavin
I'll
McGray.
be Dr. Gavin.
That's not even a joke, folks. This is a comedy
real thing.
show. That's a real
Yeah,
thing.
that's a real thing.
And then I'll be Sir Carson Rolfe. I'm getting knighted.
That's right. He's
Did I
getting
not tell you?
knighted. Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I think
Big fan of Meghan Merkel.
Big Merkel fan. Big Steve Merkel.
Angela Merkel.
Steve Merkel. Steve Merkel.
Big Angela Merkel fan. Big Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel.
Yeah, she's the German chancellor.
Oh.
I
don't think
I will
women
say
should
one
be.
thing. That's my bit. Come on, man.
Sorry.
One of the things I did this week was, so for the last I'd say 3 or 4 months, we have been working with a patient in an underserved area that needed a little extra help navigating the healthcare system, and it's part of our care coordination with the school, WashU School of Medicine. And so I worked with some doctoral students, nursing students, OT, PT students, and we helped 2 patients just kind of navigate the healthcare system, give them advice, advocate for themselves, insights on how the healthcare system works. And so last night I met the patient that was part of the other team, but we helped with a couple times, and met her and explained the whole story and everything like that. It was a fantastic time that really was one of those full circle moments that you don't really see a lot, especially in healthcare. It's a lot of, we're going to see you once a year, or we're going to see you once every 6 months, or, especially in a primary care setting. But anyway, so we met her, and she has difficulty seeing. So she was, it was really cool, man. It was really rewarding, because it was she remembered my voice. So whenever I talked, and she pointed in the direction of where I was sitting, and she's like, I think I see a blurry area of you. She's like, but you helped me with my phone and recording phone calls, and that they're like, how did you know how to do that? You worked through it and all that stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just really like technology. But it was just one of those things. And a couple of the OT students were like, are you sure you don't want to go into OT or do anything with technology, therapy or anything like that? And I'm like, it's an option. I was like, I can try, but it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, and great meeting some future healthcare providers also. So
Nice.
did that, and then immediately following that, went to go see the school musical, which was Working. And I enjoyed my time there. Saw a couple people I have never seen perform before in that musical, and it was really cool. I was not expecting, shout out Kyle, not expecting Kyle at all to be in this show. But I got to get his gamer tag. We're gonna play MLB The Show eventually. But
there you go.
He's very, very nice guy, and it was really cool to see him up on the stage, because it was just completely unexpected. But yeah, I had a pretty good week other than that. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the blue. But I do have some stuff to do before the end of school. Gotta get some quizzes out of the way and stuff, but nothing else. Nothing too crazy.
Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you're doing some filling shit. That's good.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
nice
cool,
to
man.
hear. It's always a good feeling to get that, which, like you said, you don't get very often.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Oh yeah, well, I already said it's been a chill week for me. Happy to be here, excited to be here, and ready to jump in. I think I'm even more excited and happy to jump right into the Baraka Laka Laka Obama
Baraka Laka
musical.
Obama.
So this comes from
Can you go ahead and share your screen with
Oh,
me?
of
Because I do want
course,
to
of
watch it one more
course.
time. It's one of the catchier songs I've ever heard.
Of course. It's one of the greatest songs of all time. It's right up there with Let It Be. So this
Yeah.
comes from 44 Obama Musical, which is the name of the musical. It's called 44. We'll explore their Instagram a little bit, but let's go ahead and watch this clip from it's like a promo of it. So this is when they're coming to LA. This is like their LA promo, which I'm really sad I missed. It's also in Culver City, so it's also at the Kirk Douglas Theater. I didn't know Kirk Douglas had a theater.
Me neither. But I've heard of Kirk Douglas before.
Yeah, man. Great actor.
Shout out Kirk Douglas.
Shout him
and his
out.
theater.
All right, here we go. I got to watch this. It's been a while.
And his name is Obama. Barack Obama. He'll charm the pants on
If
my
Mitch McConnell was really like that, I would with him. Yeah.
If you get a chance to see the show, do it. This should be Broadway, West End, global.
Would recommend the show to everyone and anyone because it's timeless.
And then he drunk like Syria. And then he killed all the civilians.
He ruined blue skies for so many people.
One thing I need to check right now. I really want to say something. And I think it's fine to say, even if I am wrong. I just feel like, and I could be completely wrong. I'm just judging by the song that I heard. The song that I heard. I have a feeling that the playwright or director is a white man. That's just a guess. That's just a guess. And I want to find out right now who created it. I forgot to check this before. So we're going to find out right now. Because I need to know. I just have this feeling.
This inkling.
I just have this inkling. Let's see. Can I get any information on it? Please give me information on it. About. Here we go. About.
Computer.
But also for
Obama.
note from the writer, director, composer. Whoa, a note from writer, director, composer, lead producer, Eli Bauman. Hang on, I don't know. Don't know anything about this person. Gavin? Wait, hang on, because I don't know. I don't know for sure. I guess I don't know for sure, but I would have to assume. Hold on, wait a minute.
We got to get him on the show.
Okay, I don't know for sure. I'm just judging based off of first
Google Images.
appearance, Google Images, which I'll show on camera right now. Hang on. That would be funny to show that one, but it's a little misleading. I would have to assume, Gavin, you can tell me if I'm wrong, that this is a white man. I would say, not to get too specific here, but maybe a Jewish white man. I don't know what he's doing.
He's caroling.
He's carrying Barack Obama. I mean, I think this is a white man. No, am I wrong? Am I wrong for assuming that this is a white man?
Yeah.
Could be mixed of sorts. I guess I don't know for sure.
We're going to go through his entire public
Let's do
Instagram.
it.
His entire public
Hey, listen, there's
public,
nothing wrong with
personal
this guy.
Instagram.
I'm just curious, and I don't want to make the wrong assumption. There's no reason for me to make assumptions.
He's kind of ethnically ambiguous.
I think
would say.
you're right. That's why I'm not like I'm not
think he's
saying
for
for
sure.
sure. Who are all these kids? I feel like these
I
are
was gonna
different
say, he's had
children. Sorry, man.
Well,
He's
you know,
probably
maybe
a
he's a
perfectly
foster
fine
parent.
guy. Yeah, I don't know. He is kind of ethnically ambiguous, isn't he? I was trying to look for maybe like a picture with parents or something. That's usually helpful.
Wow, we're going way back. We're going
Is it
really far back.
a wedding here?
This got to be like 2016 at least. Look at the filters.
Yeah, I'm not getting. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hold on, wait. Is this a family picture? Cousins.
From 2018.
Oh, this has got to be a white fan. I mean, this is all these are all whiteys. I can say for sure these are all whiteys.
Well, congratulations, Carson. You may have clocked them.
Right again. Maybe, I don't know. Again, it doesn't matter. I just got that feeling the first time I heard it. I even think I said that out loud when I was listening to it for the first time.
You're like, oh, a white guy wrote
I was
this.
like, this is from a white guy, isn't it? Maybe it says a little bit more about him.
Maybe it's, I mean, you know, Lin-Manuel Miranda, you know, he's
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. I think he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, and he wrote Hamilton, which is about a guy from
About a white guy.
about an American president, Alexander Hamilton. He was our 44th president.
Barack Obama.
Let me just read this because maybe we'll get something here. Oh, this is. I actually think I should read this. A note from This is a note from Eli, our good friend Eli. In 2016, when a certain reality TV star was vying for the presidency, I am, of course, talking about Dancing with the Stars contestant Rick Perry. I thought back to my time working on the Obama 08 campaign in Las Vegas. I knocked on thousands of doors, registered hundreds of voters. Shout out, good work. And was invited inside the home of an undecided voter to partake in an afternoon orgy. I politely declined, but did convince the entire orgy to vote for Obama. Oh boy, this guy's a bit
This
of a
guy is really funny.
bit of a cornball. Maybe
Listen, I signed up these people. They asked me to be part of their orgy, and they said no.
they said they wanted me to have sex with them. Can you believe this? I said no.
A guy like me.
Like me, just a little old guy. Let me cut this over so you guys know I'm telling the truth. No fibs here. But most of all, I was inspired to do more, to do better, to believe in something. Then 8 short years later, wondering how everything had so quickly gone down the toilet, I reached inside the bowl and found inspiration again. If any Buffon was zero Buffon, I feel like that's spelled weirdly. Buffoo.
Buffoon?
Buffoon, there it is. Any buffoon with 0 qualifications can become president, then why couldn't I? Also a buffoon with 0 qualifications. Write my first musical. Sure, I was 34-year-old who hadn't written a song since high school and who didn't know how to play an instrument and who couldn't read a line of music. Well, it shows. But why shouldn't I hope for a change? So here's my favorite line, Gavin. So I figured, fuck it. 4 years and 50 songs later, I had my first full draft of 44.
50 songs?
Is that how many songs are in this musical?
There's no. That would be like an insanely long musical. That would be like
I mean,
three
we don't
and a
know.
half hours long of a musical.
We don't know how long it is, Gavin.
Unless they have no story and it's all just song based. I mean, sure, you can do that.
Gavin, is this you over here? Hold on. Oh, I can't side scroll whenever I zoom in. That's annoying. There's a guy over here. You see this guy right here?
Yeah, I do.
Is that you?
I do. On the right
Yeah.
with the bald
guy is probably-
white guy with the red tie.
Who's playing Biden? More than likely. Is that you?
Oh, that could be me. Oh, the fedora one with the
No.
the
No, I'm talking about the bald white guy with the red tie.
yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know you were in this.
I've got a doppelganger everywhere I go.
Yeah, you had an Austrian one that one time.
Yeah.
Let's look at the gallery.
There's a lot of purple in this show.
There certainly is. Which, Obama was known for purple.
His purple.
His purple. When he'd come out on stage, people
When
would
he came out on
cheer.
stage, he purple.
Show us your purple.
Show
Obama,
us
can we
your
see your purple? And he would go, I
Notable
cannot.
guess.
No, I cannot show that. I will
Who
not
are these
show
notable people?
My purple. Well, that's Stevie Wonder.
How? Why would he come to anything to watch it? No,
Yeah,
no
that's
comment. No
that's
comment.
the guy you want seeing your musical.
Well,
Stevie Wonder.
he was present for the musical.
He's like, it
Seeing
sounded,
it.
it sounded all right. Well, how did it look, Stevie? Well,
Oh, can you go up? Is that
of course.
is that Zach from Detroiters? On the left there,
On the left.
top left.
That guy with the sunglasses?
No,
No, that's Martin, isn't it?
No, that can you go back to the gallery? Maybe. No, I'm sorry. Top right.
No, that's oh shoot, what's her name?
Oh, Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, there you go. I couldn't think of her name from Curb.
No, from it being like so far zoomed out, it looked like shoot, what's his name? Zach something, right?
Zach something. From what?
Who works with Tim Robinson on I Think You Should Leave?
No, it's you're thinking of Sam Richardson,
Sam Richardson. That's who I was thinking.
right? That's
Yeah,
his name?
I thought that was
No.
Sam Richardson. That's my
I'm
fault.
almost 100% sure. Hold on.
No,
let me
it's
just,
Sam Richardson.
Hold on, no,
You're
I
correct.
gotta Google it. Let
You
me
don't
just,
have to check that.
No,
You
I'm
do
going
not
to
have check
anyways.
that. That is
Hold on.
correct.
Yep,
I'm
I was
telling
right.
you right now that. Okay. It looked like that from like afar.
Is this
though.
Tobey
Like,
Maguire? Is that Tobey Maguire? Who is that? I don't
might
think it
be.
is. I don't
that's
know.
not. That's no. That's not. There's no way.
I want to see who else.
I
was.
can't see any of these people. Like clearly, like
Yeah, it's
it-
a little tough to see. I don't recognize any.
who's that guy in the bottom left?
Oh, I know that.
Who is that supposed to? Is that wait? Is that Adam Schiff?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's Adam Schiff.
Who's Adam Schiff?
California. You should know, dude.
Let me double check. Maybe I do know.
SCHIFF.
Adam.
He's a Californian representative.
Oh yeah, that's definitely him. Yeah. What the hell is he doing there? Just kidding. He was
He's a
probably
Democrat.
invited. Dirty Dem. Well, cool, man.
Cool. I'm
Well,
happy
this
to
is-
see that Tobey Maguire and Sam Richardson were there.
Sam Richardson was not there.
They were there.
I want to know who that white guy is. Who's that? I don't know. Oh, he's
That's
also
Barack
in the,
Obama.
oh, he's in the play.
He's in the
No,
cast.
who's that guy? who's this fella? Is that
Is that like Harry Shearer?
is that Earthworm Jim? I don't know. I do not know. I'm not really sure. Let's go back to their the Instagram here.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
wait.
sorry.
Go back. Can you wait? There was a guy that looked like. Can you go up just a little bit? Go up to like that middle. Keep going up. There's that. Looks like Fred Armisen on the second from the right
Second from the right.
picture. Yeah,
This
from
picture?
afar, it looks like Fred Armisen on the left there.
Definitely not Fred Armisen.
It's not Fred Armisen, but I just
He does
I
look
thought
like
it-
someone I can't.
I thought it
think
was
of.
maybe him.
I want to go back to their Instagram though, because we can watch some more clips.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at the story highlights. Obama. It spells out Obama.
Whoa. Let's
Wow.
watch some more about the team. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's just the thing we already read. How do you...
The arrow's right next to it. No,
Yeah.
yep.
But that'll...
click
Oh,
it.
never mind.
Click it.
Are you producer or what? I don't know. I don't want to comment. I'm done commenting on people's races. Getting into some uncharted waters with that. Whoa, Conrad Bauer. Oh wait, so that's probably like his brother, and that guy's. See, I don't know.
Conrad
This could
Bauer.
be a
The
logic
other guy's name was
situation,
like
though.
Bauman, though, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. See, my brain doesn't work. This is why I just need to.
Short-term memory on zero.
You know what,
bro.
Gavin? I worry. I'm constantly worrying about people's ethnicities. It's something I do a lot.
It's weighing very heavily on his memory.
It's time for. It's weighing very heavily on his memory. I don't know. Is there anything else to really look at here?
No, but I think that you should. I do want to go see this musical just for the sake of saying I saw the Barack Obama song.
The Laka Braka Laka. Obama song.
I will say that's clever. It's clever.
I guess.
I mean, it just seems like
Sure.
it's like the Irish song that's like there's no one more Irish than Barack Obama.
There's no one.
Yeah, there's
More
yeah.
Irish.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'll play it.
I'm trying. Maybe I guess it's something I just don't know.
There's no one as Irish as Barack Obama.
Because it sounds like an.
This is from Corrigan Brothers Vivo.
Oh right. What is that? Is that an AI song? It sounds like AI.
Nope, this was made in December 2009.
Wow. So that predates AI.
Believe me, I hear you say, but Barracks is Irish as was JFK. His granddaddy's daddy came from Monaco, a small Irish village, well known to you all.
Okay.
Barack Obama.
I like that song better than Baraka Raka Laka.
Barack Obama.
It's just oh
that's
man,
so good.
we might need to watch more of this because there's something in here I really need to know more about.
Growing up in Scranton, buying 10-cent Cokes at the soda fountain. The neighborhood bully tried to shake me down. His name was Taint, and he ran the town. I threw up my Duke's fisticuffs and sued, cause that's what Liam Neeson would do. What would Liam Neeson do? 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 You got a problem with
Is that supposed to be like Hunter Biden, Joe Biden? Who
No,
is that
that's
supposed
Joe.
to be?
I
that's
thought
Joe
it was
Biden.
Mitt Romney at first, but the post
Oh.
says, "Thank you, actual Joe Biden. Love, 44's Joe Biden, 44 Obama musical."
Okay.
Apparently, that guy's name is Chad. Are you surprised?
No.
Well, guys, go out and see
That-
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, after hearing that musical number, not sure I want to go see it anymore. I feel like that's no offense, but that is probably one of the most millennial songs I have ever heard in my life.
That's what I was gonna say. This whole thing just like oozes millennial, reeks
yeah,
millennial.
like reeks of millennial. Sorry,
the-
sorry. I know you guys like you guys are funny, right? You guys are aging out of being funny. Sometimes we're getting there in Gen X, Gen Z. But it's just one of those. I think maybe you're doing things like still doing the LOL random LOL XD cats.
You don't love
whenever you talk about
Liam
whenever you
Neeson.
talk about Liam Neeson, especially particularly in a Barack Obama musical.
I do think that there's oh Jesus Christ, there's
And
nothing.
also, based off of the synopsis or the note from the producer, and he said, I said, you know what, fuck it, yeah,
Fuck it.
this song it oozes the fuck it attitude.
yeah.
Sorry, bud.
And I really think there's nothing more leftist millennial than like obsessing about Obama still.
Oh yeah,
Like that's the most millennial shit ever. It's like, oh brother, Barack Obama was. I just wish I've heard multiple times millennials be like, man, I just wish Obama would come back.
Obama.
whenever we
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess
that's why I sent it, because it was also one of those like, ooh, what is this song?
it's cringy. It's cringy. It's
Yeah.
okay. It can be cringy.
But that I will say that's mostly musical theater though. There's
Yeah.
mostly musical theater is pretty cringy. Not gonna lie.
That's a good point.
Part of the reason why I didn't really enjoy being in musicals. I enjoyed being in musicals, but I didn't enjoy watching musicals because there just is always that element of like cringe about it.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea either, personally. But I still did it. I'll still go to a musical. I might go see something on Broadway whenever I'm out in New York. I don't know why you know that.
It was a TikTok song for a while.
I
Or
saw
like anytime there is like an Obama like terminal or Obama like train
Ireland?
station in Ireland,
oh, really?
and it's got like a plaque of Obama. Yeah,
Obama.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Gavin,
Well, why
tell
don't
me
we
about
do
this
the- why
thought
don't
of
we
the
do
week.
the-
Why don't you?
Okay.
Why don't you? Why don't you tell me what your thought of the week is? You have a thought of the week.
So my thought of the week, this was last week, but it still was prevalent.
Okay, we'll move on then.
It's still prevalent to me. What's one smell that no matter what you try or anything, if you smell it before, brings you back to a particular time and place? Or what's a smell or what is a smell that you wish you could smell more often to bring you back to a place or time?
Why don't you give me your example so I can think?
My grandma's house had a very particular smell on my dad's side. She loved her to death, but there was a certain that like stench, but there was a smell about her house or her condo, and every time I smell something similar to it, it brings me back to the green carpets. I know like it's literally just like it comes flooding back. It's like the whole layout, the whole kind of like air of creepiness about certain parts of that condo. Would still like ring in my head like a bell whenever I smell something like that. I don't even know what it smelled like. I'm sure someone knows, but also like her pantry had a very particular smell. Chips Ahoy chewy cookies smell like that. So like on occasion I'll have that. Milanos I've had so much since, because she was the one that introduced me to those. I've had too many Milanos since then to be like, oh, Milanos bring me back. Yeah. But
the cookie,
cookie Milano. Not Matt Milano from the Buffalo Bills or anything.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like one of those like immediately comes flooding back. So I wish I could smell it more often. It's come up in the hospital a couple of times. It's come up out in the wild. There's like especially after a rain or like after like a like sprinklers go off and it like waters the flowers. It has that. Her apartment or her like condo always seemed like moist. It just always did. Outside, inside, wherever, humid. It was just always humid. It was moist.
That's how
we always went, but
that's how my grandma's house is. It's always very humid in her house. I've noticed, especially in the basement.
And I remember the furniture, the TVs. Yeah. Like she still had like CRT TVs well into the 2010s.
Same with mine.
So it's like it was always that like high pitched squealing somewhere in the house.
Yeah, for me, it's weird because of the curse of having a bad memory. I have the issue, and I think I was telling you about this last week, where like I smell something and I'm like, oh man, that smell. I know that smell. Where do I know that smell from? And then I just like obsess over it and I'm like, I know I've smelled that before and I don't know why. Like there's like
it's smelly smell.
It's like tripping a nostalgia switch in my brain, but it's like the wires aren't getting connected to anything. They're just kind of like constantly flowing around my brain looking for where that memory is. But I was just thinking a second ago, I actually like feel like I have memories attached to like bad smells that I can remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like there's this smell that to I have no idea what it actually is, but it's like a smell like I've only smelled like outdoors, and it must be like something being burnt off, because it smells like the best way I can explain it. It smells like burnt peanut butter.
Okay.
Like putrid burnt peanut butter. And there's times where I've smelled it so strong that like I've had to like plug my nose because it's just so strong. Like I have a memory of being in elementary school, being outside for like recess or something, or I can't even remember what for, and just being like, that smell. Like it was inescapable. I couldn't get away from it, but nobody was like saying anything about it. And I think I even remember like looking at my friends and being like, man, do you guys smell that? Like, what the hell is that? And they're like, oh yeah, like, I smell it. It's bad. But they like they weren't like reacting the way I was. And to me, it was like fucking horrible. It was like the worst thing I've ever smelled. And I've smelled it like a few times since. It's been a while, but I always think about that smell because it's so bad. But I don't know what it is. So if anybody knows, if anybody works with natural gases or whatever, let me know what that is. Because it's not like sulfur. It's just freaking burnt peanut butter. It's so bad. I can't even explain. It's so weird.
Speaking of bad smells, anytime I smell like a dumpster, it brings me back to behind our elementary school where the kickball was.
As soon as you said
the kickball
dumpster smell,
the dumpster was right behind where our kickball area was.
Yes, it was. It
so
smelled like old
every
milk.
time, it smelled like old milk, and there were these bricks with like birds that it was like a lattice of bricks.
Yeah,
and these birds would nest there, and we would put milk cartons in the holes.
We certainly would. I remember. See, I don't remember. I didn't forget everything.
Yeah, but I just remember how awful that smelled over there.
Yeah, it was awful. And like you said, it was like right where we would be every day, so we'd always smell it, especially in the warmer months.
Oh God,
it would just rank.
Yeah, or it would be the thrown out French toast from breakfast.
Yeah,
that's also what it would smell like. It'd smell like old shitty French toast from Chartwell's.
So gross.
But
yeah, good smells though. Good smells for whatever reason are harder for me to like pin down to a certain place.
Black coffee. My grandma on my mom's side always made coffee every Saturday morning. We stayed over, so she would have black coffee, and so anytime I smell black coffee, I think of that. Valve oil brings me back too, because me and Sean would bottle valve oil for like $20 a day.
Valve? Oh, valve oil.
Yeah, valve oil, like for trumpets and trombones and stuff.
The one that I did think of, and I only thought of it because I was talking about it recently, is whenever we would go to like Lake of the Ozarks for the summer, like we had like a few family friends that had like places on the water, or like their grandparents did, so we would go and stay there, and they would have boats, and that smell of boat gas smell out on the water is a really good smell that I like nostalgic smell.
I just hate the sound that those those boat motors make after a while.
It's awful.
In like a low speed area, it's just like I hate it. It's one of my least favorite things. But and also just seeing like the output of it, like you see like the gas or oil or whatever, the coolant, whatever it is, leaking out into the water.
Oh, that was my favorite part.
Maybe I had a bad boat. But anyway.
You might have had a bad boat.
But Carson, what's your thought of the week?
My thought of the week is I was staying the night at someone's house recently, and I was watching their house. I was watching their dog. And I'm a relatively clean person. I try to keep fairly neat and clean. And so I do the same whenever I stay at someone's house. I keep it fairly neat and clean. I clean up. I make it look how I left it. But the one thing I've always had a big dilemma with, because of personal reasons, is I never know what to do with the sheets and the blankets. Because I'm like, if I want to make it look neat and nice and presentable, I should make the bed and make it look nice. But I'm like, well, obviously they're going to wash these sheets because you're
a dirty boy.
I'm a dirty boy. No, because why wouldn't they? That would be weird if they didn't.
Yeah.
So then I'm like,
maybe they
well, then I guess I'll just leave it messed up. And then I'm like, or should I like fold them up? I never know what to do. I'm always like, do I make the bed? Do I leave it a mess? Do I fold everything up? I never know what to do. I think now, like, I think about this with with an Airbnb, I'll just leave it however. Same with a hotel. I'm like, whatever.
Fuck it.
I don't know you. I don't really care. Like, as far as like the bed goes, everything else I try to leave somewhat, neat and clean. Mm-hmm. But when it's someone like a friend or a relative or whatever, I'm like, I don't know what to do, because like I know they'll judge me on how I leave this. But I'm like, I don't know what I should do, because it's like, to me, in my opinion, either leaving it folded up or messed up, not like tucked in or made, is preferable because then you just get to take everything and go put it right in the wash. If it's like tucked in and nice, then you got to mess all that up. And then like you're touching everything a lot to go then put it in the wash. Like I just never know. To me, I think it makes more sense to leave it messed up or folded personally. What do you think?
I was going to say,
What's your
I would
beliefs?
probably, if I was staying at someone's house, especially like that, and I've been there for a couple days and I'm sweating in the sheets, I'm pissing in the bed.
Well, yeah,
you know.
you're known for that.
big doing that, big on doing that stuff, big doing it.
Big doing that stuff.
Yeah, inviting girls over, having orgies.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
inviting
Fuck
the,
yeah,
the Obama musical
the
guy
Barack
over.
Obama over.
See if he wants
The whole
Invite-
44 cast over.
to invite him for an orgy. He's not into it, but
He's not into it, but he registered me to vote, so
yeah, he got you
I
to vote.
appreciated it.
And then you voted for Trump instead.
And then I voted. Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, liberal.
Fuck you, liberal.
But and then I pissed on their sheets again.
Yeah.
But
So
I
for a
would
nasty guy
probably-
like you, what do you do?
I put my earwax all over their
Oh, yeah.
bed. Yeah, like
Their
in the
bed.
pillows. Yeah, in their bed. Yeah.
They don't even know you slept in their bed.
I would hope. That's the other thing is that it's like, how often did they? Anyway, how often did they clean their sheets before I slept in it? But
I always just assume that they did it before.
I
got
assume
there.
they did as well, but
Yeah.
you never know. Maybe they keep it the same. I would probably
The people
if it's
I
a
know
fitted
would.
sheet. I would put everything in the middle of the fitted sheet and like the comforter or the like the under the over whatever goes over the mattress, but before the fitted sheet, whatever that thing is called.
Yeah.
I would put it all in like a ball or like a big like
A ball.
a dumpling of
Oh,
blankets
yeah.
and stuff.
Is
that's
that
what I
what
would do
you
with it.
have you not had an experience? Are you just speaking
I mean,
of what
I'll be
you
honest.
would do?
No, I have not. I have not done that.
Okay.
I've not stayed and house sat. I've house sat before, but not stayed there and like house sat. It's just like I've stopped by a couple times. I let out the dogs every day or whatever, but I didn't like. They're like, you're welcome to sleep there, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I'm not fucking sleeping here.
fucking sleep.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Like that, I just avoid the whole like having to clean whatever. I will say I have had an instance where I was taking care of someone's house and their pets, and it dawned on me that there was a lot of like dust and stuff like that, just like it kind of like out of the way. But it's like if maybe someone were populating the area or using their house every day frequently, then the dust would not be there. So I like did vacuum the bottom floor for them like one time, and then I was like, oh fuck, I'm like they're gonna think I think their house is dirty if I did that,
I thought you were gonna be like they're gonna think I did something and
No, well there's that
vacuum.
too.
Yeah.
But like that too, but also like they're gonna think I thought their house was dirty, and I'm like, is it common courtesy to do that kind of thing? So granted, I was getting paid, so it's like, well, if I'm getting paid to do this, like I'm sure that they would like to come home to a clean house. I think that's like preferable if you're coming home from vacation, especially if you're coming home from vacation. Particularly if you're coming home from vacation, you want a clean house.
Yeah, man, I don't think it's a bad thing personally.
No, I don't think so either. But it was just like it was one of those like I would imagine, and there are people I don't think that applies to every time where it's like there's people that are going to be like, you cleaned my house? Did you think my house was dirty or some bullshit?
Or some
Why would you
bullshit?
clean it? So, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't had the opportunity to stay over at someone's house and like sleep in their bed or sleep in the guest bed or whatever, but
And
sleep in their bed.
Sleep in their bed with them.
And I get really comfy and I'm like, oh, I'm sleeping in their bed.
And then I like to act like I am them.
Yeah. I get their clothes.
I get up and I act like I do what I think they do every morning.
Yeah, that's great.
I talk like
I
them
feel
in
like that's
third
a movie.
person.
I feel like that's a movie.
I'm sure it is. There's got to be a movie like that. Terrifier 3, I think he does that.
He wears their skin.
He does wear the skin. He pretends to be Santa. Does that count? He pretends to be Santa. Takes some
Carson,
skin.
what's all this about this self-driving car getting pulled over, huh? What is this? How does this happen?
There's these things. I don't know if you guys don't have Waymos in St. Louis, right? I don't think so.
Waymo, what is that? Some kind of video game?
That's some kind of video game you kids are playing on
What is this? Some kind of video game you guys play?
Is that some kind of video game you guys play on the PS3 or the PS2? Is that a PlayStation game?
No, Dad, it's not. It's a self-driving vehicle in the Phoenix and LA areas.
So you know, but you know what they are, but you've never come across them.
And
in
I've
your
never came in
travels.
one of them either.
No, you haven't, and we can prove that. 'Cause they have cameras in
I'm a big like Uber comer.
The Coober is what they call you.
They call
The Coober. Now
Yeah,
that's
that's
gotta
right.
be a
Yeah.
movie. Now there's a movie, George Lucas.
chronically gooning in the back of Ubers.
Oh yeah, the Goober,
The goober.
the Coober Goober.
The G-U-B-U-R.
Yeah.
B-U-E-R.
Yeah, the Goober. Oh,
The goober.
so
Matthew Gray Goober.
who's that?
That's the guy from Criminal Minds.
Oh,
Matthew Gray Goober.
Goober.
Gluber.
Goober. So I saw this on Instagram. This in case you guys don't know what Instagram is. No, in case you guys don't know what Waymos are. Waymos are self-driving Ubers. They're all Jaguars because Jaguar can't sell their cars for shit. So Waymo's like, we need to buy a bunch of cars. Jaguar's like, oh, pick me, because they weren't selling any of theirs. Because when's the genuinely, when is the last time you saw someone driving a Jaguar? Yeah,
I don't think I've ever. It's been a long time.
Very long time. I only saw it recently. There's this guy. I think I've maybe mentioned him before. There's a guy. I don't go on Snapchat often, but there's a guy who, like a long time ago, one of my friends was like, "You got to add this guy on Snapchat." Like someone who I didn't know. I don't even think he really knew who he was, but he would always send me his snaps, and they were like really funny. Like they were just like so stupid. Like just this guy is just like is kind of just off in his own world. Like, but I still check his snap stories, which is really funny. And he recently bought a Jaguar. And he's like, I don't even know what he does for work. Like, I don't really think he does much. So, but he obviously, and it's funny because like he's had like 3 or 4 cars in the past like few months, and he's always trying to sell them. Like he had a truck and he sold that, and then he bought this like golf cart and then sold it a month later. I don't know. He's
He
just a very
loves driving,
weird guy.
man. He doesn't care what it is.
Yeah,
he
and he,
just
like-
loves switching cars.
And he's probably like 30 and lives with his parents, and I don't know. He's a very strange guy, but he always makes me laugh whenever I see his stuff. But anyway, so they're these self-driving Jaguar cars, and they've been known to not do very well. They're very dumb. Like
some smart car.
yeah, some kind of smart car. If you go, this is Waymo a video game. If you like, I've heard that if you go stand in front of them, or I heard if you put a cone on like the hood of the car, like just or a thing on the hood of their car, they won't move. They like don't know what to do. If you just put something on the hood of their car, it will not move. It'll just stop wherever it is. And
I mean, I guess it's safer than having like someone lay on the front of the car
Sure.
and it continue driving.
which
but,
someone did
yeah,
do recently. There's another video of someone laying on a Waymo.
of course.
But yeah, they're in the LA and Phoenix area because I first heard about them whenever I went and visited your brother in Phoenix, because I didn't know they were out here because they're kind of like not really in the areas that I go. Like you kind of have to get more into Hollywood and downtown, especially. They're like really prevalent there. You see them all the time because you also see those fucking little robot food delivery.
Yeah.
Things that I like to make fun of and like buck at them whenever I walk by, even though they won't do anything, or I'll get in their way. I get in their way because they won't hurt me like a car will. But so this Waymo got pulled over by a cop. And actually, I don't even think I ever really watched this full video. Or I did because they it's really interesting how they go about like doing it. because there's nobody to arrest, or there's nobody to give a ticket to. So it's like, what would you do? So this is from a body cam of a Phoenix police officer.
From a pig.
From a fucking pig.
Yeah, it stopped. It's a 92 Adam Sam, or a 92 Adam 2 Sam Paul, and there's no driver.
There's no driver.
Hi!
Connected to rider support. This call may be recorded for quality assurance.
Yeah, this is Officer Hines, Phoenix PD. So, your car here drove into oncoming lanes of traffic.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a construction area, and it went into opposing lanes of traffic, which is real bad.
So far?
Yeah.
I couldn't help but come over just out of morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there's a passenger or something.
No, like, you know the construction here?
Yeah.
It was, eastbound in the westbound lanes.
Oh!
Which is real bad. Yeah.
Real bad.
And then, so I light it up, and then it takes off through the intersection.
Which is also crazy.
I appreciate your patience. I'm just pulling up all the information.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you're able to kind of like review the video or something.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I like how he's like,
Yes.
yeah, I lit it up and then it like took off. Like it like ran away from him. Yeah.
Well, they programmed it that way. They gotta
Yeah.
they gotta make it a little exciting. I just am very curious, like how it rolled down all the windows like that. If it walked like.
Well, yeah, and it seemed to like start calling immediately. Like the guy didn't hit a button. He was just like, "Hi," like I don't really. He obviously knew to roll the window down. So I'm sure it's programmed to like know that it's getting pulled over somehow.
Have you seen the videos of the Waymo in a parking lot where it's just doing like laps?
Yeah, because if you
Okay.
another one of my friends said that her and a friend like go like sit in the driveway of the Waymo lot and just not let them leave.
But I mean, like this guy
fuck
was
with
like,
them.
he was like stuck in a Waymo, and like it kept going in circles.
Oh, yeah, I did
Like,
see
it
that.
just-
Yeah, it wouldn't drop
he was
him
like, he's like,
off.
please
Yeah.
let me out. He's like, I'm gonna vomit. Like this is disgusting. Like he's like, this is awful. I'm getting car sick.
Yeah, it was supposed to like drop him off somewhere, and it like
Yeah,
wouldn't
it was like supposed to drop him off at the airport, and like
Yeah.
it never stopped. Yeah,
That was like whenever you took me to the airport,
It was like that, and
Like,
I felt fucking awful.
and I was like, "Oh, that's
So.
a 3."
But yeah, so that's
very interesting.
I mean, Waymos are the future
They're the
of
future.
transportation.
They're certainly the future, and they're very smart. They've never done anything wrong. I've seen so many videos of like them like almost driving into someone, and like going really fast for no reason and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I've seen them like
Yeah.
fly down like a 30-mile an hour, like just like go. Mew.
Is a haul ass.
Yeah,
I just like to think that they're scared. They just have a mind of their own.
yeah, they're
So
just scared.
I wanted to read. The officer found no one. Yeah, we know that. The incident ended with a citation as the police couldn't issue one to a computer. Waymo attributed the mishap to confusion, construction. So I don't know. This is coming from Chat GPT _tricks. So who knows how fucking true that description is? Because they had to like. I mean, a citation is probably what they would have given to a real person, anyways. But it does make you like wonder, like, what do you do? Like, who do you arrest? Who do you give a ticket to? Who do you like, what do you do? You give it to the company, I guess? Like, it's interesting because, like, when has there ever been a situation where a company has gotten pulled over? You know what I mean? And
it's like the whole company.
Yeah, like, when you get pulled over, it's you're the one that did it. When it's nobody in there, like, what do you do? I don't know. It leaves questions to be asked that need to be answered by you fucking pigs. Listen, a computer, if we're going to have AI be a part of our lives, computers and people need to be treated the same.
Computers need to be sued, and people don't have to be sued anymore for using it.
Computers, here's my philosophy. Computers should vote in the next election.
Yes.
Give them the same rights. That's my opinion.
That's the radical left coming out.
Yeah. Hey, man, call me fucking woke. I don't care. That's just the way I feel about it.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sue me.
Go ahead. See if I care. See if I give a crap. Gavin, I want to do something we haven't done in a long time, which is a little thing I call Carson's Cinema Corner. We're going to keep this brief, and it's going to be tough because there's a lot of movies I've watched since the last time we talked about movies. But I don't want to talk about them for too long anyways. And Gavin also watched a movie, which
we can make it like 2-sentence wrap up.
I love
the
that.
ones. Yeah.
Besides Warfare, I want to start with Warfare.
Yeah, you can talk about Warfare.
Because Warfare, I saw. Do you know anything about Warfare? Do you even know anything?
I didn't even
you
know
have
this
no
was a
idea
movie.
what this is. So Alex Garland, the Garland himself.
Is this Civil War Alex Garland?
This is Civil War Alex Garland, who's from the United Kingdom, which is interesting. Also Ex Machina, which is great. Annihilation, I've heard, is amazing. I've never seen it. Men, which people don't talk about enough. Men is really good. I love that movie. I think I even talked about it on the podcast a while ago. He's also doing 28 Years Later. Is he directing that?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not directing it. Danny Boyle is.
Mm-hmm.
But Warfare, Gavin, let me set you this up because this might really blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Iraq war movie.
Okay, maybe I have.
Which is really weird that there's an Iraq war movie coming out in 2025.
Yeah, I think I have seen the trailers for this.
I think you have. It's playing in our the AMC near you. Like it's not like
Why are you spying
it's
on
an A24 movie too. I know that you wanted to go see it. I saw your search history. It's being distributed, I think, pretty widely. Even though it's like an A24 movie with the kind of a more art house-ish director. But yeah, it's really strange that an Iraq war movie would be coming out now because that was like very much like a mid 2010s thing, even pre 2010s.
Yeah, I was gonna say like around the Barack Obama
era. Yeah, like huge thing. And then like obviously recently it's been talked about, like it's pretty widely known, mostly in the leftist sphere, that like rewatching those now is like, oh, these are like super pro military industrial complex movies, and they're kind of not great because of that. Like being pro war, pro army is not great, not a great look, just because of the horrible atrocities the U.S. military industrial complex has caused. And being pro that and literally being like a advertisement for that is really not good.
Yeah.
And especially, they target lower income people because they're like, we can pay for your college. You just put your fucking body on the line for our country. We'll pay for your college. And like, that's not good. I don't, that's not great. So it was interesting that a war movie was coming out, and that's what intrigued me about it. Is I was like, I want to see what a 2025 war movie, Iraq war movie looks like and is going to be about. Is it going to like acknowledge like the atrocities of war? Is it not? Is it going to like be full, war is good, like pro military, pro army thing?
Feel good vibes about going out to Iraq and killing innocent people.
Innocent civilians taking their homes. And I really was like, I'm curious to see where it's going because Alex Garland co-directed it with this guy, Ray Mendoza, who like the movie is pretty much about his Navy SEAL squadron. The movie is about what he went through. He's a character in the movie. He doesn't play himself, but someone else plays him. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Like, I don't know which way this is going to go. And long story short, it is a really good movie if you're able to take the politics of everything out of it and just watch the movie for what it is. It's like the most intense, realistic war movie, Iraq war movie in general that I've I think I've ever seen. Because there's no music. There's like music at the beginning and at the very end in the credits, but throughout the whole movie, there's no music. It's just the sounds of war and silence. And it only takes place in like the span of a few hours. It's like one incident that it takes place in, which is also really cool. I love movies like that. And it's like real time too. There's no like, well, I guess it's mostly real time. But it's super intense, super duper intense. But it doesn't really acknowledge anything about, civilians. It like people are trying to say that it does, but it doesn't really. Like the ending, maybe you could kind of draw that conclusion, but it really doesn't acknowledge anything about civilians. Like it literally, like the plot of the movies that they come in and take these people's homes and then like are like, we're going to take your home and use it as surveillance. And we're going to keep you in this room and have people watch you to make sure you're not a fucking bad guy either. And it's like, they don't really acknowledge that that's bad. They're just like, that's just what's happening. So unfortunately it does come across as pro,
I was going to say, so
like,
it basically took out the politics of everything. Like everything you just prefaced this movie with.
Yes.
About like everything, like, maybe a leftist, maybe all this.
Yeah.
There's like no political context.
There's no political context. It's not, it doesn't come across to me as purposefully pro military or
meant to be like a commentary.
Yeah.
On...
It's literally just like the story. But then at the end, the credits, it's like, it feels that way, but I don't want to get into that too much because it's more of like a not in remembrance, because I don't think anybody actually, well, I think some people did die, but I don't know. I won't get into that part.
Military kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just the ending is like, it's like, okay, well, maybe it is trying to be a little pro. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to watch it as like a war movie and take everything out of it, it's really, really good. It's very, very good. And it's so interesting because it stars like all of like these hot actors like Joseph Quinn, Kit Connor, Will Poulter, Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son is in it. He's great. Like all these like hot dudes are in it. And it's like, it's such a bro movie. So last night was obviously the opening night of it. And my theater is just full of dudes. Like whenever I went and bought my ticket, the whole row in front of me was already bought out. And I was like, that's really interesting. And then I got there and it was just like like this is the second time this has happened where like I bought a seat and then like a whole group of dudes was sitting right next to me and in front of me. So all the boys came out to see it. And that was really interesting and kind of funny. But yeah, it's very interesting. It's going to fucking kill in the red states though. Red states are going to love
there's going to be a
this
lot.
Movie.
I will say there probably will be, or if there's not already, TikToks about like, you should go see this movie from people.
For sure it will be.
I mean, I think like for people maybe who weren't sure like what kind of went on in Iraq, I guess maybe would you say that offers anything like that, or like what kind of like what does this appeal to other than someone who loves the military?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe not
loves the military.
Yeah, because I don't.
Maybe wants to see a perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just it's a very interesting story, and it's told. It's like I said, it's the most realistic war movie I've ever seen. Like
you've seen Apocalypse Now and like
like that
Full Metal Jacket stuff, right?
Yep. The only thing I haven't seen is Saving Private Ryan. I've never seen that all the way through, but I know people say that's one of the most realistic depictions of war. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like if you want to see an interesting movie that tells the true story of something that happened in the Iraq War, then go see it. I think it doesn't like show them being like nice and sweet to the civilians. Like I think it's very real what happened. Like they're treating them like they're bad guys who need to be under surveillance. Like there's a little bit of like, we're not here to hurt you, but they're like they're not like sugarcoating that they like treated them like some of the guys treated them like shit. and like yell at them and like push them and stuff, like, which I was like, it's good. Like, it's good in the sense of like that they're not trying to act like none of that didn't happen.
Yeah, they're not like, oh,
You know what
hey
I mean?
guys, like we're gonna use your house.
Yeah, it was like very real. They broke in the middle of the night and scared the shit out of these families with guns pointed at their heads, and like didn't try and act like that wasn't what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it also like it shows all of these young guys, like just like dumb guys who like don't know what they're doing and who are just like
Following orders,
and like they're brothers, but they're also like fucked up from what's going on. Yeah, I you know, if you want to go see it. If not, don't. You know, it's totally your people's call on that. It's also the loudest fucking movie ever. It's so
yeah. I will say,
loud.
I think on an interview with Alex Garland I watched or read, he was like, I want every movie to, like in Civil War, he said like the gunshots were considered like the most realistic depiction of gunshots in a movie.
That's what
like they didn't like record it in a soundstage or anything. They like actually shot real guns and then like just used the like raw audio from shooting a gun and then like pumped it way up.
Yeah, that
so it
makes
like
sense.
scares the shit out of people.
Yeah. And that's like I legit, when I was leaving this movie, didn't even realize that I was tense the whole time because I was like shaking. My whole body was like shaking when I left because I was so tense the whole movie. Like it's so intense and so much to digest and very gruesome too. Really gruesome. That's one of the movies.
See it.
Yeah, so go see it or not. Just going off these real quick. I saw A Complete Unknown. I love that. I'm now a Bob Dylan fan. The Alto Nights, which is a movie starring Robert De Niro and Robert De Niro, was a terrible movie. Like, I'm not even joking. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, in general, it's so bad. It's so stupid. Just one thing about it is that I saw it at like I think on like a Monday or something at like 10 o'clock. And there was this couple in front of me that about a quarter of the way through just started making out and no joke did not stop making out until the end of the movie. And it was like, it was so loud. And I'm like, we're watching the Alto Nights. Like,
We're watching Robert De Niro and Robert De Niro.
Like 90-year-old Robert De Niro play 90-year-old Robert De Niro. It was very strange. Saw the movie Ephus, baseball movie, really good. Directed by Carson Lund, a man who shares my name. Got to meet him. He came on Office Hours. That was really good. The Electric State, horrible Netflix movie. Don't watch it. Except for there's some cool stuff in it. There's some stuff in the beginning that's cool. And
that's a Chris Pratt movie, right?
Yeah, that's the Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
That's the $320 million Netflix movie.
Yeah,
one of the most expensive movies ever made.
Yeah,
and it just feels like a Avengers movie.
So for Gavin's
quick,
little movie. Oh yeah.
One more, The Swimmer. Go see that. Very good movie. That's all I have to say.
What's Swimmer about?
That's the one where the guy swims home.
Oh, that's right.
So good. Let me just give you the plot. It's about a guy who goes home by swimming through people's pools in their backyards. Just take that and go watch it. From the 60s.
So my little Gavin's movie
cubby
nook. I'm like the Greg Turkington to your Tim Heidecker, or vice versa. I guess
yeah,
I'm
it might
your
be
Tim
vice
Heidecker
versa.
to. Yeah, you're Greg Turkington. I'm the Tim Heidecker of On Cinema, where I don't really care about movies that much. I just watch them, and I don't think that critically about them. Very often. But did watch Blue Velvet.
Yeah, you keep going with your with
David Lynch.
The Lynch.
Yeah, I did go see this with my David Lynch friend. So like that.
Your friend's with David Lynch?
Yeah. My David Lynch fan friend, and so it added a little bit extra layer for it to me.
Yeah.
Or it to me, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so he introduced me to that movie, and it was like I was really all these tweets and everything after David Lynch's death about like how he really enjoyed like Americana and like the American dream and everything about that is like completely and utterly shown at like huge peak in in this movie. Like it starts out in like this idyllic area, you know. It starts out like it's gonna be really idyllic, right? But ends up the whole movie it's like literally one scene where it's like this idyllic American like suburbia. But that's
Okay.
it. That's it basically. That doesn't it does take place in the suburbs, but yeah. Anyway, basically this Kyle MacLachlan's character gets it like it's a thriller, it's a suspense movie. And so he finds this ear behind his house and then tries to like find more information out about it. Ends
You
up
said an ear?
yeah, like an ear, like a
Okay.
like an ear cut off from someone. And
There
he
you go.
gets involved in the criminal case that is behind that ear being chopped off. It's really weird. It's not really weird, but it's very I have not seen a movie like that where the guy actively tries to get involved in the case. Like the
that's
kid is
fun.
like he's like I'm sneaking into this woman's apartment and I'm going to like surveil her and try to get in. So and like
Interesting.
yeah, so then he gets wrapped up in it. And the antagonist in the movie is I don't remember who he's played by, but
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about though. I forgot his name as well.
Dennis Hopper.
Yes, Dennis Hopper.
There's so many good scenes in here, man. Like you should really go see this. This movie is really quotable. One of my favorites, obviously, is the he's like Heineken, fuck that shit, Pabst Blue Ribbon. But that's one of my favorites, just because it's so weird. Like it's just like it's just also just supposed to like you just find all these things that come out weird about Dennis Hopper's character, and it's very strange. I enjoy that movie a lot. There's a couple scenes that made me really uncomfortable just because I was watching it with other people. But like if I was watching it by myself, it would have been fine. But
Yeah, that's how I was with
Mulholland Drive. Yeah,
that's a weird movie to watch with
um,
people.
Yeah, no kidding. But I did enjoy it. If this is probably like if I could read a book about this movie, I would. Like this is this is a perfect like suspense thriller novel moved into a
Better
movie.
than Mulholland Drive.
Yes, 100% better than Mulholland Drive. Way more explicitly told what it's about. Like it's not like I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to. What's this supposed to be about?
Mysterious.
Yeah, no, this is like straightforward. This is probably the most straightforward movie. I think even my friends were like, this is the most straightforward David Lynch movie.
Early.
Yeah, it's like
Lynch.
They're like you can watch this and know what the ending is, beginning, middle, and end. Like you know what it is. So I enjoyed it.
Dennis Hopper also from Apocalypse Now. We were talking about that earlier. He's great. Well, cool, man. Yeah, that was already something I wanted to watch, and you've just convinced me more to wanna watch that.
Yeah, it's
even
really,
though
I also just seeing young Kyle MacLachlan is just a trip because he looks so like old now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a total trip because he got like all white hair, right? And
yeah,
he's, trying to be hip, but it's just very strange to see him so young.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still a trip for me. But
do we need to check the wokeness of any of these?
Yeah,
maybe let's see if can we see if Warfare's on here? I'd be really curious to see what Worth It or Woke.com, if you guys want to check this website out. One of our favorites, we always go. There is a shop organic, vegan, and more Sprouts Farmers Market ad showing up here. Hopefully no ads.
It doesn't look like he did review it yet.
Damn it. Do we want to check any others? I'm going to cut away just in case that I'm on a
Let
regular
me,
browser.
can you name those off?
Check Blue Velvet. Let's check that one. And I'll look for others while I'm here.
Nope, nothing on Blue Velvet.
Damn. Check Electric State. Let's see if that's on there. Wow, this website is really hard to use.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Filming TV. Could check the Minecraft movie. He's also using a still.
I don't remember my login. I remember it was like, never mind. I have.
It is here. Oh no, it's a member exclusive.
Yeah, that's why I'm logging in. Ghastly Morbius.
Yes.
Ghastly Morbius is logging in right now.
Dude, don't give away your tag.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It actually doesn't say, does it? No, I'm surprised.
It doesn't say anything. It's because it's on there. It says a member exclusive.
Yeah, it is on there. It says this content is premium and standard members only.
Well, that's fucked. Is Obama the musical on there?
No.
Well, anyways, I guess we won't find out the wokeness of any of these movies because I doubt.
What about Complete Unknown?
Yeah, let's check that. I bet that's gotta be on there. That's gotta be on there. Right? Right, it's gonna be on there. Oh God, what is that? Oh God, he's selling a shirt with Rachel Zegler on it that says "Box Office Killer."
Ugh, that's gross, man.
Oof.
Complete Unknown is 1% woke, 99% based. It's got a 55% story in the plot, but a 90% on visual cinematography, 90% on performance, and 88% on direction. Two people also voted it based.
Dude, I can't even. I just typed it in, and when it says there's nothing for a Complete Unknown.
I looked up Complete Unknown, not a Complete Unknown.
Well, I just typed in Bob Dylan and it showed up. So go figure that one with your dumb fucking website.
So here's the woke elements.
I'm showing it now. So
God, here you go. Here's the woke
Here we
elements.
go.
Are you ready for this?
Oh,
This is the title of it. Ballad in Plain Sea for Kami. Considering the time period, the perspective of much of Dylan's most iconic works, and the people surrounding him at the time in which the movie is set, this is a long movie. What the fuck is this sentence? Considering the time period, the perspective of much of Dylan's most iconic works, and the people surrounding him at the time in which the movie is set, the film was shockingly restrained from presenting a socio-political view of any kind. Pete Seeger, who Ed Norton plays, was not only a prolific folk singer-songwriter, but also a devout Stalinist and anti-Vietnam activist. Likewise, in real life, the film's emotional anchor, Woody Guthrie, is an unrepentant socialist and anti-capitalist known for his communist anthem, This Land Is Your Land. Communist anthem? This land is your land? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Anyway, yet despite the importance of these characters to what thin narrative the film possesses, their political stances are almost never mentioned and are of zero consequence to the film. Interesting that he said this. We'll get there. The singular exception is that of Seeger's introduction, which takes place during a hearing that seems to exist solely to establish his political position. It is brief and of no more importance to the rest of the film other than as an excuse to play This Land Is Your Land. However, since it could have easily been left out and seemed to only want to make sure the audience would know that this gentle and reasonable seeming man was a communist, it cost the movie a point on the woke-o-meter.
Only 1 point though.
But
it's only 1% woke.
Okay, so I don't understand what his stance is here. Does he want things to have any address of politics at all? Because imagine if this movie did address these kinds of things. Do you know how woke this movie would be considered by this guy? By this guy?
Yeah. I mean,
are you kidding me? What do you mean you want to hear more about their anti-capitalist sentiment in a movie where you're supposed to be talking about how woke it is? That's so weird.
Yeah, it's almost like he's like mad that it wasn't more woke because
political.
like it's pretty well known that Bob Dylan, Pete Seeger, Woody Guthrie, all of those people, like he said, were socialist, communist, whatever, like very outspoken politically. And I think that's why they didn't why James Mangold didn't feel the need to
explain that,
make a big thing of it. It was obvious to me watching it, but this guy is mad that it wasn't. He's like, what the fuck? This is not woke enough. It's not woke enough for me.
And then as soon like he said, the one thing that they did address was that they played This Land Is Your Land to establish the character, and then that cost them a movie a point on the woke-o-meter. So did you want them to include anything, or did you want people to include it? And
yeah,
that's what this kind of gives off to me. But yeah, this guy's stupid.
That's so, and it was he didn't play that song because of that. It's a point of the movie. It wasn't just to get that song out there. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So unfortunately, there aren't any more movies that were mentioned in our list here.
Well, that's
that were mentioned. But so I don't think that this guy watches every movie that comes out.
Well,
unlike the Girls with Guns guy, he watches literally every movie That guy is like a retired like movie lover, and I'm sincerely happy that guy has found his niche.
It's better than what this guy's doing.
This guy does not like watch enough movies, in my opinion, to like give an opinion on anything. He watched the Minecraft movie. He
did, yeah. What did he say about? Is that one woke? Can we find out that real quick?
I doubt it is. It's a movie exclusive. I'm sorry, not a movie exclusive, a member exclusive.
Fuck.
So
motherfucker.
Woke Trash or your next date night. Our membership exclusive content is for your eyes only.
NSFW. I gotta look at this fucking merch. It's like an eyesore on this website.
Yeah, do you see Elon's Musk Weow candle? Do you see that?
The AI art candle?
Uh-huh.
Well, even this I mean,
they're all AI art.
I don't want to show this Rachel Zegler one on screen. Because I don't know what is going on with it. Like something weird on her head for some reason. She has like tattoos.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that?
I have no idea. It's just weird AI art.
Imagine getting your pillows with Worth It or Woke. If it ain't woke, don't miss it.
I mean, listen, that might be the only thing I would buy. The Woke meter $30 lumbar pillow. I will show this one for the folks at home. There it is.
Elon's Musk. That one's a good one.
Yeah, that one's with the Weow on it.
What is? I think her forehead says like House Hunter on it or something.
House Hunter. Okay.
Mouse Hunter. That's what it says.
Mouse Hunter?
Am I crazy?
I don't know. This website's so slow right now.
Yeah.
Elon's Musk. Weow.
And then it also has something on her neck too, and it says something. It says Hollywood baby, and then on the neck it says IND weird.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Weird. That's what her
weird,
neck says. It says weird.
Laka Obama. Speaking of, Gavin, big news about movies for me. I did get a AMC A-list membership yesterday as well. So now I can see up to 3 movies a week with this membership for
Not
free.
just stubs?
For free. Yeah, no, it's the A-list. It's $25 a month. You get to see up to 3 movies a week though, with you don't have to pay for them.
Okay, well, you're gonna be my crutch.
I'm wondering that because when I come back, I want to see that Friendship movie with you guys, which saw the trailer for that again yesterday, and I remember thinking it was
by that movie.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was fun when I watched it, and then watching it again, I was like, "Oh no, this is like another level funny," because it ends with Tim Robinson saying, "I heard there's a new Marvel coming out, and it looks freaking good," and that's like the end. That's the last thing you see of the trailer.
Yep.
And it's like, what? Like that's the best. That's the greatest thing you could end it with. So I want to see that with you guys, but I don't know if I can I'm wondering if I can use my membership for 3 people.
Just sneak us in the back.
That's true. I do know a guy who can get us
sneak us in the back.
Moving on though, enough about movies. We already did too much of it. Let's get into our Nextdoor Drama segment, a segment we do every once in a while where we go to the infamous Nextdoor blog posting website, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood where people can just write about whatever's going on. It's like Facebook, but for even older people somehow. And we go to our hometown Nextdoor because it's very unmoderated and it gets pretty wet and wild, as we'll find out here today. So, again, without saying much else, I'm going to play the Nextdoor Drama intro song, or we're going to jump right into it, baby boy. Baby Billy. There's like some sort of crust on my screen. This week on Nextdoor Drama.
since when did it become appropriate/professional to use the F word in a place of business? I've been hearing it more and more, like it's everyday language. I guess I'm just old.
It's just a word.
It's an ugly word. If you speak it around children, you are contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
True, maybe, but they're going to hear it anyway. Point being, kids need to learn respect for themselves and others. Am I guilty? Yes. But not around my grandchildren or in the workplace.
So is the N-word. Some things are just inappropriate to say in certain situations.
So is the N-word.
So is the N-word. Some things are just inappropriate to say in certain situations.
Sticks and stones, different strokes for different folks. The world is an offensive place to anyone and everyone at some point. Judge them in your head if that makes you feel better, then move on with your day. God damn it.
If I'm not mistaken, I have heard that word being used on local TV newscasts over the last several years by the newscasters. That's just not true.
Hang on.
It's bad enough that many of them cannot speak proper English nowadays, but drop the F-bomb as well. What?
This person's fucking delusional.
Holy.
It never happened. They work on a delay, even live broadcasts, to prevent that from happening.
Apparently, some of you are not very observant. I have several personal friends who work in the media. When we get together for occasional gatherings or happy hours, this topic comes up every time. We have had many laughs about this over the years.
Sounds horrible. That's all you guys talk about?
You guys only talk about work?
Which local newscasters said that word live? Surely there is a link somewhere. That kind of thing goes viral. Also, would love to know which local newscasters you don't think speak proper English.
Actually, it does happen. On May 12, 2008, as a live news teaser was played on WNBC TV in New York City, longtime WNBC news anchor Sue Simmons was heard loudly exclaiming, "The fuck are you doing?" over a shot of an active ferry crossing through the Upper Bay. Los Angeles, California, Morning Joe host Joe Scarborough slipped and said fuck on live television at 8:13 Eastern Standard Time Monday morning on MSNBC. This is the latest in several slip-ups from network anchors, ranging from fuck to fuck on Fox to cunt on several news channels. Here's a video of Bill O'Reilly using the F word, but I'm pretty sure viewers didn't see the entire video crying laughing emoji.
Probably because it wasn't live.
Yeah.
He said, fuck it, we'll do it live. Local stations are still censored, and you have never heard the F word from a local anchor while reporting the news on television.
When I was a teenager, enjoyed using the F word was the lowest in the gutter of people.
Fucking gutter people. Actually, to the contrary, many studies have proven that people who swear, I will say appropriately, actually have a higher than average IQ. Some people who choose to use those words as nouns / verbs, adjectives, etc., all throughout their sentences clearly don't qualify for Mensa. Derp.
That is. I thought she was alluding to that, like people were saying the N-word on live television. That's what I read it as. So I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, also just
well,
like,
even the
just
F
like
word.
saying fuck on live TV. No one says fuck on live TV.
No.
Are you they're staying up past the 10 o'clock news to watch whatever it is, because even SNL doesn't even say fuck on television. Like, you can't, like, it's not allowed. Like, it's not, you can't script fuck on anything.
Yeah, and big stations and broadcast companies have like a kill button that, like, when you hit it, it like your stream, your feed is on a delay. Like, what you're seeing is 20 seconds behind from what is actually happening live, because you have a dump button that will just dump that last 20 seconds and go right to where you actually are live. And then it'll slightly either speed it up or delay it, so then that way it catches up with the delay, so you can dump it again if need be.
Which is how was it Jeremy Allen like cussed at like the Oscars or something like that, and they cut it, or like we're able to bleep it /
Did he?
mute his
I didn't know
mic.
that.
Yeah, he like said like, or no, it was the Culkin brother.
Kieran
Culkin. Yeah, he swore in his speech.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And CBS or whoever muted his mic, but like the UK version wasn't on like a delay like that.
Oh, funny.
So like they heard that. So here's like, so then someone was like, here's the actual thing he said. But,
well, that's what they did when Will Smith slapped Chris Ross' penis. They like cut out him saying, they like just cut I think actually they might have dumped some of it, but they mostly just cut his mic out. Like, because you can also just delay, you can also just dump the audio or just dump the video. So I think they dumped the audio because you could like see him, you just couldn't hear him saying, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." And then it was probably like the UK station that did keep it in, so that's why you can see videos of him actually saying that. But on our like US feeds, you weren't able to hear that. A little news lesson for you folks.
But yeah, I just don't see that happening all the time. I think we watched the news like for several months over this last year, and it was just like, okay, I wasn't hearing fuck from anybody.
Yeah.
If they interview anybody, they're gonna bleep it and or cut it out.
Yeah, no one is.
It's an edited news show. Are you stupid?
Yeah, it's
sensationalizing.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. I was like, that's all you talk about is people saying fuck on the news? Like, it doesn't happen enough for you to be talking about it that much.
And like all the clips that people see are off the air clips.
Yeah, like Bill
clips
O'Reilly.
That, Bill O'Reilly. There's that one of like the guy who there's like a couple where this newscaster like there's gunshots and he's like, get the fuck down. And there's one where it's like a bee and he's like, I'm tired of this fucking shit, man. Those are like the top three and that I've seen. Yeah, those are all
slipped
bloopers,
out.
essentially. Yeah. Those aren't aired live. Like,
I see it all the time.
I see it all the time. People say F word all the time on TV.
They can't even speak proper English. I love that too.
Yeah, what the
I'm
hell?
like, newscasters still do like almost like transatlantic accents, kind of.
Yeah, and they still
modified.
do the inflection. They still go like, you're like, tonight at 5.
Yeah, they do it so you dumbass white people from the suburbs can still understand them. It's for your benefit, not theirs. They're not speaking how they speak at home.
Right.
I promise you. You dummies.
Dumb fuck.
You dumb fuck. Moving on, though, let's do a segment that we do every single week called Whatcha Listening To, where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience, of what we've been listening to in the past week. Gavin, what have you been listening to?
So I've actually been trying to listen to a lot of different stuff. Apple Music has like I have like a 40-minute drive every morning. And then like 40-minute back. So it's like it's like a 80 minutes.
Podcasts out. Try giving a podcast.
I could also just listen to albums like in that same time period. But
just giving you a suggestion
anyway,
if you're bored.
I'm not bored. I like listening to music.
Oh, okay.
I like listening to music. Do you think that's what makes you different? I guess I'll put on this new album.
Oh, so you think you're different for everybody because you actually like listening to music?
Yeah. So I've listened to a couple albums. I listened to Fear of a Black Planet.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
I didn't get through all of it. I listened to most of it. And then I also did listen to the entirety of My Morning Jackets I also don't think that if I were to offer any commentary on Fear of a Black Planet, it would move the needle in any way. So it was just like one of those like well, I'll talk about it whenever I think about it more. Because it is a really good album. But My Morning Jacket is the one that My Morning Jacket is a really good album to just like chill out, listen to. It kind of gives like a late 70s kind of vibe to it. I think I really like. I will say I really like. I think it's. I forgot the lead singer. He's just really good. I think that whatever they do to write their songs is really chill. They jam. They're really good. They're just the perfect length. They don't go on forever. Yeah, they do a good job with their stuff, and I enjoy this album a lot. It's their 10th album that they've released, so it is a lot.
Congratulations.
But it's been a while since I think the last album they released was during COVID, so first one in about 5 years. So
wow,
I'll take it.
New stuff.
Yeah, new
If they're a
stuff.
band I still need to like jump into, and I have yet to do that. Besides the hits, I think.
But it is lowercase like IS.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with that, but
yeah, that was like when I thought that lady's first name had a lowercase letter as the first letter, but
yeah,
it was wrong.
Yeah,
that was kind of fun. Gavin, just like you, I've been, since you're not fucking special, I've also been listening to a lot of music recently.
Oh yeah, sure.
Tons.
Probably nowhere. You're not enjoying listening to music as nearly as much as me, pal.
Probably not, because I actually find a lot of enjoyment listening to podcasts. Actually,
yeah, you fucking weirdo.
I drive everywhere, and while I'm driving, I listen to podcasts because I drive everywhere. Just
Well,
I probably drive more than you do in a week if I had to guess.
LA.
Oh, I hear in LA, you had to drive everywhere. LA. Oh, I hear in LA. Yeah, a lot of fucking new music recently, and even some old stuff I've been listening to. But this week, I want to recommend a new album from a band I haven't really talked about them very much. I recommended one of their songs a long time ago, I think. But that is the band Deaf Heaven and their new album, Lonely People with Power. Again, a band that I only will kind of jump into every once in a while. They're strange, but this kind of sound is kind of I'm starting to listen to stuff like this a lot more. It's like a mix of shoegaze-ish, even though they're saying actually following departure. Oh, never mind. It's like a mix of like a shoegazy sound with like mixed with metalcore, mixed with like grindcore vocals, like very just like growling, like indescribable, indistinguishable lyrics, but with this like really shoegazy droning guitar sounds, like just constant noise. And this album feels like the most coherent of their albums to me. Like a lot of their stuff is coherent.
That's always a good way to describe music.
Yeah. Well, listen, I like the not coherent stuff where it's like you can just barely tell it's a song. But these actually feel like fully fleshed out songs that are separate from each other. And it's really good. I cannot stop listening to this album. Super duper good. Yeah, I couldn't even really pull one song off of this to tell people to listen to. I will say, at least as of right now, and there's a lot of good music coming out this year, this will for sure, as of right now, be making my top 5. Okay. I think. As of right now, a lot could change, but this is feeling like a good contender for my top 5 of the year so far. That's what I'm listening to, though, Gavin. Let's skedaddle, and then are you down to play some games? Or are you going to?
Yeah, we can play some games
if you're up for it. I know it's almost 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
One last thing is that there's a lot of slide guitar in this album.
Ooh, I love a slide guitar.
Fuck man, I love having slide guitar. It reminds me too much of George Harrison to not want to listen to it. So, yeah, thank you for sharing about Deaf Heaven.
Thank you. No, thank you. Oh dang! I don't have your sucker for horns anymore. I used to have
everybody,
sound.
Thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast.
Like
Episode 212. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you do to our videos, and You know what? I'm just gonna keep. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going on, and I'm gonna find the videos. I'm gonna find it. Oh man! Keep watching, keep sharing, keep doing whatever you do with our videos. Thanks for listening.
Just do whatever
Carson.
you want. Do whatever. I don't give a crap. See you next week.
Goodbye, bye.